Hi, my name is Russell, for those of you who do not know, and I'd like to tell you a story about a story. Well, about 2 weeks ago, um, my friend and I, Josh, released a book called God Zero: Arjun, Alabi, and the African Gods. Now, if you've not seen it, I'd like you to check it out. It's somewhere down in my comments below or somewhere around my page. In any case, so I want to tell you a quick story of how we came about with the book. At a high level, it's about African gods. We're telling a story about African mythology. We're talking about mental illnesses. We are talking about passion, love, history, myth, all combined to tell the story of how a young 13-year-old African Indian boy was able to summon the odds, deal with his mental illness, change his life, those around him, and also make an impact on the continent. We're going to be telling the story of how he was able to do so. The goal behind this was my passion and love for the Indian culture. I love India. In 2010, I lived and worked in India. There I made some fantastic friends. Fanny, just in case you are listening, Fanny is one of my best friends, and he and I met in 2010, and we've been friends since then. I loved the Indian culture. I lived in Hyderabad at that point in time, and that actually factored into my story. I'm also Nigerian. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and I was able to tell the Nigerian story as well. Josh is a mental health suicide prevention expert, and he was able to incorporate mental health, mental illness, suicide prevention into the story. I'm also a huge fan of African mythology. I love deities like mythology like Hercules, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and that actually featured into the story as well, because we were able to bring African mythology into the mix. We were able to introduce Shango, the god of thunder. We were able to bring Aya. We were able to bring different gods as well, and we're going to be bringing these gods. We want to be able to celebrate African mythology, just as you would Greek mythology. And we combined all of this into a story. We just finished with the first part of the story, and it's super interesting. We are working on the the audiobook of for the book. We have finished the first 6 chapters. It's a 20-chapter book. It's a pretty small book, and the 6 chapters, we have released about 2 of those on Spotify, and we are going to be releasing others as quickly as possible. And the goal is to get your feedback. Tell us what you think about the book. Tell us what we can improve in the next story, because the next part of the story, Arjun has left the United States, which was the first scene of the book, and has moved to Nigeria. He just arrived in Lagos, and he's gonna start doing interesting things. Take a look at the book if you can. Listen to the audio in case you do not have time, in case you are driving. Give us your feedback. Looking forward to it. And then the big question is, what is an agile professional doing with writing fiction? Well, that's because, first of all, I love fiction, and my first book, is about fiction. My second book, however, is about agile, and I'd like your thoughts on it as well, because the book is about to come out, and it has a fancy title. I'd like your feedback too on that, and when it's ready, I'll share it with you, and I think I'm going to create a video after this one to tell you about that book. So let me know what you think.